He's gonna set some expectation.
Yes, there we go. So welcome on time or very close to it. We're into session number 5 of the Horizon. This is going to be a new system. Now, for those of you out there that are joining us for the first time, this is us role playing in our style, which is in character the whole time. We call this 4D role play in the fact that I'm absolutely okay. I trust my two players here, Phil the Thrill and Mr. Max Boivin, to co-create things that make sense in the scene. And that co-creation on top of in-character play is where we think the magic happens. So we're going to get started right away. Any questions before we start, Phil or Max? Or I think we're good to go.
What do you mean by a new system? Oh, star system.
New star system, yes. Still using still using a hacked version of EZD6, which we of course really enjoy.
And we're calling it Blaster Sword for a little bit.
We were calling it
after Max's incoming system called Bastard Sword.
That's true.
So looking forward to playing again.
This is a science fiction game, and I'm not going to do a recap. I put a little bit of description or a few sentences in the description of this video. So if you're curious, you can always look at that or go back to the session number 4. Okay. The Horizon, with a sudden flash of light, exits jump space in the new Amsterdam system. In the new Amsterdam system, the systems of the Horizon start listing off as the scanners reach out their invisible fingers, gathering information about this system. A sudden period of weightlessness just for a moment as the coming back into real space, the gravity generators on the ship fire up, and Evelyn clutches her stomach. It's I think I had a little too much coffee. I better be a little more careful with that.
There's an amber light going off above my head. I turn over in my bunk. It goes do 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 do. And just wake up. I haven't been the last one to go to sleep. And I hit the comm over my bed and I go, "We here?"
I was in the common room doing some chin-up. I just dropped down. I'm just wearing some canvas slack. I go to the intercom. I say, "Yeah, that went fast. Good route, Brick. Good job."
Yeah, it's not a bad drive, is it? All right, I'm on my way. I get up, pull the sleeves of my coveralls back on and zip them up.
I grab my
quick little swig of a flask nearby. Swish it through my teeth.
I grab my pouch of tobacco from the counter nearby, start rolling a cigarette, and I head toward the cockpit.
Evelyn heads over to the head. She says, "I feel a little queasy. Is that normal for a jump?"
Varies from person to person.
She disappears into the head. Sounds of heaving just a moment later.
Walk out of my room, put my glasses on, and start stretching as I make my way down the spine of the ship towards the bridge. Alan, you got breakfast?
No, not yet. I just woke up too. I just took some time to train. I don't know. You want to get breakfast on the ship, or you want to look for a station outside? We got some dough now.
Yeah, what am I talking about? Let's
treat ourselves a bit.
Let's treat ourselves.
Yeah, give me a chance to sync the packet and check the quick news, see if we didn't miss anything important.
Yeah. You ever been in this system before?
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah,
All right.
good time.
A tone
I had-
indicates the packet is synced. Further in system, a brilliant blue orb, a super planet known as New Amsterdam, comes into view. There are around the planet several jump gates, at least 6 on this side of the planet, all of which seem to be operating. The traffic around New Amsterdam is thick as luxury vessels from the inner core transit into New Amsterdam system. This brilliant blue orb.
I
Got
sit in
my-
my piloting chair. I flip on the news on the display. I browse like the actuality. I start like one eyes and the other eyes. I start rolling a cigarette.
I got my face kind of poking out one of the viewports next to the kind of janky coffee machine we got going, and it's making its terrible noise as it spits out some black liquid. And just look around. This is civilization, all right.
I thought it would
Just
change the
eyeballing
little
shit.
girl. Give her a change of pace. I lean over to the end of toward the hall and say, Evelyn, you should come see that.
The response into the head. Yeah, I'll be right there. Oh, jump sickness affecting her. Off to the starboard side of the horizon, a brilliant blue light from one of the active ring gates as a large vessel comes through. A cruise liner, massive, heavy tonnage, with a pearlescent finish to its beautiful, sleek hull.
Wow.
The place reeks of money.
Take my coffee cup, walk up to the bridge, and take a seat at power distribution and sensors. I say, I used to work in a dry dock that had those.
Yeah? I've been on one of those before.
Oh yeah.
Not for long. Yeah, I just had
You
to
have some
meet
sort
somebody.
of older rich lady you were accompanying or something.
Just like light up my cigarette and I turn toward my computer. I click on the news. There doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary. No civil war. Maybe we'll be able to have it a bit easy.
Yeah, well, where's a good spot to get some breakfast around here? I prop my feet up. I got my socks on and drinking my coffee, looking out the front view screen.
Depends how much in a rush you are. You want to go planet side or you want to eat in the on one of the station?
I'm not in a rush at all.
Say let's go down.
One of the
All right.
distinctive New Amsterdam patrol craft comes in off your port side, hailing the horizon.
Got someone. Hit the blinking red button.
The ship, shaped like a starfish, highly maneuverable, smaller.
It's the Horizon.
Yes, this is
Sending
New
sending
Amsterdam.
IDENT code now.
This is New Amsterdam patrol craft calling Horizon. You say Horizon? Yes.
That's right.
You're an unscheduled arrival. Please state intentions.
Leisure, some business.
We're a trade ship. I gotta look at Brick.
Trade ship. Good
Yeah.
point.
Stand by for packet. Transmission pending. Signal appears on the cockpit.
We already received the packet.
Oh, well, you're a trade ship, yes? The comm comes through.
Yes, we're bringing
just-
some goods from the other world.
Right. So I'm updating you with our latest customs and procedures. Stand by.
Ready to receive.
The packet comes through. It's basically the scrolling of text and legalese, but in essence, it's saying that imports and exports controlled through the main port facility, with penalties for not going through the main port facility.
It says we got to go through their customs facility. I scroll all the way down past pages and pages of text and hit the checkbox.
What do you want to do?
Do what it says, I guess. It's probably a good place to offload this leather. It is
Yeah,
New Amsterdam.
I'm gonna have to pay some tax and duties, right? You know what they are. Those core world adjacent.
I hope not. Should we hide some of it?
I'm worried about the booze mostly. Leather should be fine.
All right, I'll hide the booze. Smart.
And the leather can serve as cover. Right? We're just like leather trader.
I take another sip, set my cup down, and start heading to the back to get those belongings together.
The door to the head slides open as Evelyn comes out, as washing or wiping her mouth. I think I'm okay. So where are we? New Amsterdam, you said?
New Amsterdam. I think it's gonna change you from your home world. And I point toward the windows.
She walks over to one of the portholes, sees the gate shimmering in blue light, and a massive ship, a second ship transiting out now. This one, if anything, is bigger than the first. The ships burn on thrusters that seem too small for their bulk, twisting in space and then heading down the gravity well towards the ocean surface of New Amsterdam.
I'm back in the cargo area around my workshop, picking up the different valuable parts and the extra bottles that I've managed to squirrel away back there. Go find all the other hidden bottles and take them. Just collecting them.
I lean over the communication system, and I yell like the ship that just called us, and I say, "We'll be ready to move toward the main port. Can you indicate the place for the queue and give us a time for wait?"
Stand by for New Edam Port Facility frequency, and here you go. Boom. A burst packet comes through onto the Horizon's viewport with a frequency to use, a tight beam for the Edam Port Facility to make contact. And with that, the star-shaped vessel flits off, spinning and moving off into to intercept another ship that's come in. In fact, in the immediate vicinity around the Horizon, ships of all sizes and shapes are flocked into this same vector, approaching this port facility.
I look at Evelyn and I say, "This is not my usually kind of preferred place, but after Euro Mall, it's going to be a nice change of pace. You're probably going to be able to find something to do here."
Evelyn takes off her cowboy hat, which she's reluctant to do. She sets it onto the dash of the one of the consoles in the cockpit, and then sinks back into the co-pilot's chair, her mouth open as she sees massive ships moving in towards this brilliant blue ball of a planet. She nods. Maybe she heard, maybe she didn't. She's absent.
I'm pressing the keys underneath my bunk, and the bed lifts about 6 inches and slides over on hydraulics. Stash some of the alcohol that we got as part of our payment in Eberline. Input the code, the bed slides back in, shielded.
I pay attention to look at the message that the communication that this ship just sent us, and I start heading the ship toward the main port, toward the queue for the main port, getting my place in line to get a landing port, a landing dock, a sign.
It comes through the system automated, moving quickly. Unlikely that human hands have touched this. There's the software that runs the approach vectors for all of these vessels is just automatically assigning berths. The port facility itself comes up. Massive sails. The whole facility sits perched over a pristine ocean. The Horizon's long distance view optics picking up one of the larger vessels that have transited over through the gates as it gently sinks into the ocean below, taking its place along several others as the craft appear designed such that their buoyancy holds them up under the water. So.
Make my way in. I walk up to the entrance to the bridge. I say, all right, I went ahead and stashed it. Wow, will you look at that? Just look out at the Edom port facility.
Yeah, but we'll need a dry pad to land.
Well, this place looks pretty accommodating.
Yeah.
Say, do you think there's a way around the tax?
Oh yeah, this place.
Should
Absolutely.
we look for it?
We look for it. Well, now it might be a bit late, right? Because what we can do, like the letter, legit, and try to afford the booze.
Look over at Evelyn. I say, you lost your hat?
She stares, mouth agape, at the image of this port facility, gleaming and sleek, beautiful. She's like, "Wow, did you see what I'm seeing? Wow,
It's pretty incredible, isn't it? I've never seen anything like this before. Get out there.
So what do we have in cash now, Brick?
We got about 53,000 kilodollars now.
Yeah. We'll need to find work.
Say, I think that you're going to be, I think you're going to need that hat. Evelyn,
Evelyn grabs the hat.
We're going to be presenting ourselves as these, frontier leather experts. They're not going to look at me and think I'm a leather expert. So,
Do you know a lot about leather, Evelyn?
Yeah, I know a little bit about it. I don't be a stretch to call me an expert.
You got a bit of time to learn.
Well, I better get on that then. She gets up, moves with haste out of the cockpit towards the cargo hold where the leather is stashed.
I immediately sit down in the chair that she got up from.
The Vector brings in the Horizon. around the massive sails of the port facility, and down underneath where cavernous docking facilities enter into the main body of the port facility, still suspended quite some distance above the calm surface of this tranquil ocean.
Do you know anyone here, Alan?
Not anymore.
Mm.
Not anymore. I just like I came in passage. You know, it's a leisure kind of place, right? People like come here for as tourists, as you can see, right?
Yeah. I point at
It's beautiful.
Point at the docking bay. I say, it looks like that looks like a good docking bay underneath.
Well, it's all on the vector, man. I left my end, not touching anything.
The port facility guides the horizon in busy airspace as other vessels coming and going at the same time, settling into a beautiful dock facility. The horizon's dust still clinging to it on its hull from good old Eberline makes the horizon stand out a little bit as more of a rustic vessel as it settles in on a gleaming metal surface. They're suspended in holographs or various warnings of cross-contamination and some warnings to more of a touristy approach that it's not always safe to go swimming. Just because the water looks calm doesn't mean that it is. And that there are many uncatalogued life forms on New Amsterdam. So please be aware and be cautious and prudent. And then also holograms of tourist activities and excursions and water skiing and diving and advertisements for condominiums and timeshares that can be purchased on some of the floating islands around
I
Amsterdam.
Start typing in on the console and pull up one of the video feeds that is being transmitted to get a nice like resort ad reel going through one of the monitors.
One comes up
talking about gambling or something.
One comes up right away as a premier destination, a 7-star facility, complete with medical procedures, gambling, any vice you can possibly desire. The brochure, the tourist brochure, bills it as an emerald jewel on the sapphire ocean.
Just kind of turn it down so we could keep the video rolling. Just kind of look at the images and say, what do you want to do at this resort? Should we take care of business first, or
let's take a day. Let's take a day to relax. Maybe we'll browse a bit the market. Like, we still need to make a contact, right? You can look at the local net, but let's do it from a nice place, right?
Here's the other question I got for you. Do we wear the cowboy get-ups?
I look at myself just in my canvas slack, bare-chested, no shoes. I won't. But I'll go get dressed. Get up my chair.
All right, we'll do the whole wear leather ombres some other time, I guess.
I turn around, so you can do it with Evelyn if you want. But, this whole thing was kind of a bad memory you want to put behind. Just let's move forward, right? The dust and the machine
interesting story now, now that you're not in it, it's interesting,
I'll give you that.
It's better than sitting around a damn garage all day, I'll tell you that.
I exit the bridge. I head toward my room.
I just watch I turn up the video feed a little bit, just idly watching it, glancing out the viewport as we finish docking.
A light comes on. New message received on the console in the cockpit.
Go ahead and hit the blinking orange button. Hear the message.
Docking fees are due within 2 hours of docking. 10,000 credits.
Here we go. I type in the authorization code to pay the docking fee.
It
I
accepts.
in my room I pick up like just a tank top, Hawaiian shirt, and a jacket, a sport jacket. Slide my tobacco in. I go to the mess hall and I wait until like by the ramp until like we're finished docking and decontamination. Decontaminated. Yeah.
I'm walking over towards Alan as he sits there waiting. I say, I don't know if we're going to have enough money to cover the import tax on this before we sell it. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? I thought you said we have like 50,000 K.
No, we got. I'm sorry, we have 500,000.
Yeah, we should be good.
Yeah. Well, we got 49,000. 492,000.
We should be good. Like those.
Maybe. It's a lot. I think that leather's more valuable than you think it is.
It's also like how fast we can find a seller, right? If we cannot pay right away, they might want to put a lock on it, so we won't be able to take out the ship until we pay it, right?
Yeah, maybe we don't have to take it through customs till we get it off the ship.
We can always say that we're just passing through, not offloading here, so then we won't have to pay the duties.
Yeah,
just
maybe
want to offload the.
Maybe we'll find a way to not pay those duties before we have to pay the duties.
That would be obviously the most profitable situation if we can get the same price, right? But obviously shady goods, because those leather are not stolen.
Yeah,
we get them legit. So stolen goods, you know how it is. They're sold at a penny on the dollar.
well,
So
that's not what they are. So we may want to take them through customs.
It's gonna be like it's gonna be a bit of math involved, I guess.
Yeah, be a bit of contract terms involved, anyways.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'm gonna get some real clothes on. I guess I don't want to be wearing this. I go walk off to my room.
Yeah, wear something comfortable.
Find some nice baggy sort of like linen shirt, like a button-up shirt. It's almost like a Hawaiian flowery shirt, and some loose-fitting khaki cargo shorts, some white shoes, little white walking shoes.
I lean over the ship intercom next to the ramp and I say, "Oh, we're docked. We're about to Evelyn, Brick, you want to get off?" And I press the button to open up the ramp. I grab my shoes, my slip-on shoes that are next to it, put them on. No
I got my backpack. I got a little backpack. I put it on.
Evelyn comes out of the cargo hold. She's lost the jacket, still wearing the cowboy hat. It's what she's comfortable with. She's rolled up her sleeves as she was working and categorizing and cataloging all that you have. A small data pad in her hand as she comes out. "I'm excited to see what this station looks like," she says. She makes her way towards the ramp.
So what's your idea of ultimate luxury, Alan? As I'm walking towards the ramp.
Ultimate luxury?
Mm-hmm.
Not what we can afford, I guess. But we can treat
Still
ourselves a
not
bit.
there yet, huh?
We're still not there yet, but we can treat ourselves a bit.
With the pleasant atmosphere of New Amsterdam, the dock where the Horizon is located is open to the air outside. A slightly salty, fresh breeze is coming in, and the
I stretch
temperature is
myself.
nice.
Stretch myself, and I walk down the ramp, and I go close to the edge of the dock, and I look down at the water.
Far below, small though massive up close, the cruise liners heading out slowly from the port facility look small, like little pills on the water, notwithstanding their massive size.
I take a really deep breath. So nice to get out of the dust. I look around at the automatons, like drones circling our ship, doing some kind of inspection, and walk over towards a service console.
Every so often, a buzz of a cleaning laser rips the air as one of the drones doesn't like some of the dust that's accumulated on the horizon. At the console, a query appears in the air slightly above the console. Do you need customs?
I escape out of that, just kind of put in the appropriate backing out commands, try to find the washing service to get our
Through a
ship
few
detailed
menus
on
with
the exterior.
surprisingly detailed services of all types. There is under a sub folder for toiletries and washing and bathing. There's all sorts of options there under that.
I select for the ship to get detailed on the exterior.
Say exterior detail. There's 3 levels of detailing. They start at 5,000 credits, go up from there.
I choose the 15,000 level.
Payment is received. Above the horizon, sliding doors open with gantries falling, and soon a sweet smell fills the air as suds are cascading over the horizon, and bots come down to scrub the surface of the ship.
I just have my arms crossed and looking at it, marveling at the engineering of it all. Step out of the blinking light perimeter.
I walk
Look at
toward
that.
Brick at a console, and he said that's gonna be good for the Horizon. It was due for a good detailing.
Yeah.
What do you put
Hopefully
on
we can
the?
overhaul it while we're here, but I don't know if I want to pay New Amsterdam prices for
So I was
core
about to
world
say,
parts, you know.
doing those kind of job, it's gonna be a pricey here. Yeah, better
Evelyn
go to
walks
an
over to
industrial world.
Evelyn walks over to one of the consoles and starts perusing through. Every so often, she looks at her own little data pad. She's scrolling through. Boy, there's just so many options.
What are you getting, Evelyn?
No, I'm looking for clothiers and textiles, but there's multiple sub menus with textiles. I don't know. It's kind of a maze.
I lean over to Brick and say, "Are we like ditching her here, or are we keeping her with us for another day? Are we done with her? Or?
Well, she's gonna sell our leather.
Oh yeah, you're right.
She's our authentic. She is our seal of authenticity.
Evelyn, why don't you just Come with us and check out. You can check out that later, right?
Yeah, let's go get some food.
Let's go get some food. Let's go get a good shower. Let's go sit by a pool and then look at that.
Sounds good to me. Don't think I packed right for this place, she says.
They
She
got everything
closes
you
the
need
menus
here.
now.
Yeah. And I head toward the outside of the dock, toward like the corridor, the hall.
Yeah.
That goes
It's
inside
expansive.
the station.
Large, gleaming, crowded, advertisements everywhere, hanging in the air, competing for your attention.
So where's that place you were eyeing at, Brick?
I didn't really have a plan. I just want to get the meal. I guess we could have looked at that menu a little bit more, but let's just walk down this thing and see where it goes. I'm sure we will be told where to eat momentarily. Just walking around, getting flashed like.
I point toward like I point toward like what serve as taxis in the station, right? Transportation. I say, well, we could just ask to get us something that get us somewhere that is interesting. They know their way around.
A thin man wearing green clothing that looks like it's imitating kelp comes up with some brochures in his hands, his thin, narrow fingers holding them. We must preserve New Amsterdam.
I keep my
Think
hand to
of
myself.
there's
in
so
my
many.
pocket.
He's accosting passersby. No, please, we must stop this exploitation of this planet. He grabs at Evelyn
ignore
as she
him.
walks by.
I ignore him or walk away.
I put my hand on his chest and I say, I just got here. I haven't even started exploiting it yet.
There's intelligence here. I'm convinced we have met sentient and sentient life here. And we must be careful lest we incur its wrath, he says.
Okay.
His eyes wide.
Do you want to give me a flyer or something?
Evelyn plucks a flyer from his hand and passes it over to Brick.
Oh, thanks.
Let's
go this way.
Pod. I move over one on transport pod, and I press on the door. Open it.
Fold up the flyer, stash it in one of my pockets.
I step inside. I sit in the transport pod, and I lean over the little console there. And I ask,
I kind of prefer. As I'm stepping in, following Alan, I say, I kind of prefer the murderous intent over the crazy.
Just ignore them. Crazies.
Advertisements pop up in the pod itself as Evelyn also takes her seat next to Alan.
What do you want to eat, Brick?
Well, looks like they probably got a good handle on the seafood here.
Restaurants start scrolling through.
I look at Evelyn. I say, I doubt that they have skewered lizard.
Exotic restaurants now start popping up.
I wouldn't mind getting a massage either.
All of a sudden, Evelyn blushes a little bit as the massage options are quite detailed as they pop up in the air in front of Brick.
A massage for families.
The options change real time.
That's kind of cool, right, Evelyn?
Gives Brick a little nudge with her elbow.
Seafood could be all right, I guess.
Several seafood restaurants are nearby, along with testimonials, small little video screens popping up in the air of the pod, describing recent reviews. 5 stars, great.
I look at the little like price symbol next to them.
Most
And I
are
pick-
3 price symbols. Some are 4 and 5.
Let's hit the let's hit a nice 4. What do you think?
Why not? Let's go.
I hit one that marked blue tail. And
The pod ever so slightly changes direction as it guides down different tracks, moving closer to the destination. With a slight hiss, the doors open. A glowing in the air, a hologram of an arrow indicating the direction to take, along with some menu options for the blue tail. Evelyn's like, it's a little
start
much.
rubbing my
She's
head.
like,
Yeah. It's so bright here.
You wanted to see the core world, right?
Is it always like this? Oh,
No.
I wonder if there's like a way that you can customize it to not send you anything. Yeah. Maybe I'll just let me try this. Not interested.
some of the windows close.
Yeah.
I wonder how if I bet there's a way to. Maybe I just need some kind of device that sends like a carrier signal, and just started like mumbling to myself some techno babble about how
A
to program
large
something.
group coming from a much larger pod opens up, heading in the same direction as the blue tail. They're speaking in a high-pitched sing-song type language.
I
Many of
grabbed
them
some
looking around, several sunburned.
grab some
Yeah.
sunglasses from my jacket, put them on, grab my tobacco from the other pocket. I start rolling a cigarette. Should have got a coffee before leaving the ship.
You'll have a better one here in a second. Just walking down there, looking at the large group, how they're dressed.
They many of them wearing shorts, flowery shirts, little hats. Many of wearing little paper booties on their feet as they shuffle along. A few in the tail of this group notice Evelyn in her cowboy hat. That causes a bit of a stir as conversations change, and now they're turning and pointing at Evelyn. A few of the braver ones even making a few steps towards Evelyn, who's grumbles something. Oh, great.
I look at my flowery shirt, and I look at Brick. I said I should have picked something else to wear. No, I look like a tourist.
I'm wearing a flowery shirt.
Suits you well, though.
Yeah.
And I light up my club.
I think that's what you're supposed to wear here. Everyone's a tourist.
I guess we don't stand out that much.
Yeah. I mean,
Evelyn stands out, and I point at her.
Only
we
in the
can
best
charge
way,
her-
she says, as she tips her hat.
Maybe we can charge $5 to look at her.
I'm not opposed, she says. She looks at her fingernails.
that's what I was
told you that-
saying. We should have we should have worn our Western wear. You know?
We are selling Western goods, she says, as she sidesteps one of the more adventurous, shorter tourists. It's an
I look at a
Asiatic
tourist.
man.
Says, "Where you from?"
He says something in New Mandarin and then converts to English. We were from New Shanghai,
No.
a core world.
Visiting?
Yes, on holiday.
Yeah. You wouldn't be interested in buying a shitload of exotic leather by chance?
Ooh, leather. No, leather. Illegal.
What?
Well, illegal in New Shanghai.
Oh, okay.
It's an opportunity to make good profit.
Oh,
I look
no,
at
no,
Brick after I say that.
no illegal. He says. He turns around, shuffles away quickly.
we're trying. I thought we were trying to do the legitimate one way.
I thought we were trying to make money.
I don't know. I thought we were trying to get some fish or something. I just walk ahead.
Up ahead, a
That's
hologram
smart
of a
idea.
large fish, some kind of tuna analog. It's a splashing in water that's projected over the heads of the patrons entering the glass entrance of this eating establishment. Servers wait. A hostess is there directing people.
As I get close to the door, I throw my cigarette on the ground, stepped on it, push
I just
the
shake my head.
butch in the alley, in the little dirt on the side of the plants.
I put my hand on one of the glass walls. It's like see some fish swimming down it.
Yes.
This is nice. Table for 3, please. Say to the hostess.
The hostess, long blonde hair cascading over her shoulders. She nods. Of course, sir. Of course, she says in slightly accented English. I'll be right. Just one moment, please. She then turns to the other large group that's come in, and in flawless new Mandarin, asks them where they're coming from and how many they need. She makes a few other notes, and
I
then
lean
turns
over to
back.
Alan and I say, "I bet it's a hologram."
Turns back to the three of you. Yes, just this way, she says as she gestures into this large restaurant.
Hologram less trouble, and I look over my shoulder at Evelyn, and I get in the restaurant.
Evelyn rolls her eyes, tips her hat.
I let Evelyn walk ahead, and I'm following behind, looking around at all the bustling people inside.
The table has a glass surface table with fish swimming in the table itself, or at least images of fish. Off to the side, one of the walls overlooks the horizon of New Amsterdam. The sun now getting low, lighting up the clouds that lazily roll across the surface of the ocean beneath. It's a beautiful sunset. The hostess turns. Will this be satisfactory? Gesturing to the table.
Sure. Grab the chair. I pull it back, sit down on it.
I say, "This is perfect. Thank you." Chair back.
Evelyn sits, takes her hat off, places it on her lap.
I lean over the table, the glow of the aquarium like lighting up my face from the bottom. And I say, "Is this where we pick our dinner?" It's like playfully poke at different
I say, I hope they have other thing than fish. Not I'm here. I don't feel like eating any. It's like too much. They went a bit overboard, no? Like you don't want to. Do you want to eat? Like, do you want to eat the thing that you're surrounded by? It's kind of feel wrong, no?
No, I don't want to eat any of these little tropical dingy fish. I don't think that's what they serve here, man.
Yeah.
Server in a fine tuxedo approaches. He nods and then makes eye contact. Can I start you out with any drinks, gentlemen, ma'am?
I say we get something crazy, like has like a bunch of crap coming out of it that's blue. You got anything like that?
Oh, yes. The
preferably one super large one with 3 crazy straws coming out of it.
Of course, sir. Of course. I'll get one right up for you. Like that table over there. Is that okay? He just, without pointing, he gestures to a nearby table.
I look over
some
at it.
Glowing liquid is being drunk by 4
it's got
very
like a sparkler
inebriated
poking
people.
out of it.
Yeah.
Like,
I
sure.
take it
yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
You're celebrating something? Are we enjoying a special occasion?
Yeah, celebrating being alive. Let's just say that.
It's our
All
first
right.
time. It's my first time here, so I'm just ready to
Oh,
get the
well,
party
welcome.
started.
He continues some small talk, takes the order, and then says, I'll be right back with your drinks. Turns around, walks away. Evelyn
feel
looks
the-
around at some of the others. I don't know. This seems like a bit of a tourist trap. This whole planet looks like a tourist trap to me.
Yes,
It is. But you can enjoy it. Don't think about it too much, right? Just try to
Mm.
enjoy yourself.
The whole point is the tourist trap. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to go in the trap willingly and try to enjoy the bait.
It helps if you have money, though.
Right.
And you're not too attached to it. And I look at Brick.
That's for sure, she says. She looks around at the silver utensils that are on the plate on the glass table.
I lean back, catch a cool breeze coming off of the salt water. Just watching the sun go down.
I look at the
Or
table. I said,
rise, I don't even know what
this
the
guy
heck's-
didn't leave us menu?
He's
No,
bringing
he just took our
he's bringing
drinks.
Man, usually, I don't know. Could have looked at the menu while waiting for the drink.
Now, when they're fancy, they bring the menu later. It's
So we get time to drink. I'm hungry.
yeah.
What day is it?
Maybe we'll get some chips.
Is it Friday? I want a
I don't
steak,
know.
but I can have a steak this Friday.
Why? Why is that?
Why is that?
Yeah.
It's religious reason.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Evelyn
But-
cocks an eyebrow. Religious reasons. Really? I didn't take you for one of the superstitious kind. As a different server comes by with a platter with your drink, this large glowing blue concoction has some sparkles within the water, little illuminations.
I pull off like a large piece of pineapple and I hand it to Ellen. I say, here you go. We had food on the way.
Took a bite on it. I put the pineapple like on the little coaster. The rest of the pineapple. I grabbed my pocket computer. I saw it. Everybody like lean down on your straw and grab a drink. I'm gonna take a picture.
Evelyn takes a sip of the drink.
I put this straw in my mouth. All right, try to look alive. And I do. Chick.
Evelyn looks deadpan at the camera.
I look at the picture. I show it around the table.
Oh,
Great.
I look terrible.
Great memories, folks. Put the
Oh.
computer back in my pocket.
I feel like that was against my religion. I don't know.
The server comes back and explains the catch of the day, the various entrees that are being offered, makes a few recommendations. What can I get for you?
I'll take the something. We get like a nice fried special. I'll take the fried special.
The fried, of course. And Evelyn places her order. It's just a medley of this and that. He takes all of that. Just your accent, I can't quite place you, miss. Whereabouts are you from? She says, oh, I'm from Eberline. Eberline? Wow. I think you're the first guest that we've had from Eberline.
Wow, how about that, Evelyn?
Yeah.
The first one.
She gestures to the large bowl with the fruit that are speared on the sides. She says, do you have anything a little stronger than this? I'm sorry, it's just not doing anything for me. Maybe like, can I get a whiskey? He's like, oh, whiskey. I'm sorry, we can only carry alcohol under a certain percentage here. For the tourist reasons.
I look at Brick. $sign in my eyes.
She sighs. Well, all right. Well, maybe
You mean I'm drinking Kool-Aid here?
Yeah. If there's alcohol in that, it's not much. Evelyn says with a sigh.
I just thought they were really good at lying.
Well, with that, I'll get your food order right away. And
All right,
server
get this
leaves.
out of here.
Yeah,
I hold the bowl.
get me the Guba steak and some fried prawn
Okay.
and maybe a side of those tagliatelle here you have.
Yes, that's right. Right away.
Thank you.
He disappears. Evelyn is looking at. She looks at the two of you. I don't know. These tourists, they just don't know how to handle their liquors. A rowdy
Apparently.
table nearby is just finishing up this blue concoction. They seem quite inebriated. Evelyn doesn't even have roses in her cheeks. It was nothing.
I guess I'm just feeling the drinks I was having before I got off the ship. I
mean, they're watering this down. Can't you tell? Ugh,
it's like
awful.
a placebo. Something.
I look at my pocket. I take my pocket computer down. And I said, "Well, it's still early in the day. We'll have time to get wasted later on."
A lot of time those
should have,
places, the places that have like the bad alcohol, they have some other kind of recreational drug or something.
People want to get fucked up.
People will find a way.
It's not going to be in this place, Evelyn says as she looks around this room.
Brick, the place that have the kind of bad alcohol and law against high percentage alcohol usually have underground market. And that's a premium.
Oh, you're trying to sell ours?
It could be the right place.
I didn't know we were going to sell it. I thought we were...
Oh, keeping it for ourselves?
Just going to drink it.
That's a lot of booze.
Yeah, good point.
Even for you.
The plates on the silverware on the glass table rattles as something blurs past the window of the port facility at high velocity. It kind of shakes the lights really quick, very fast. And then right after it, a second vessel with blue and red flashing lights pursuing it. Evelyn gets out of her seat, stands up at the window to try to look down to see where this thing went. A few other tourists exchanged glances, and what was that? Shook the restaurant.
I took another sip from that drink in the middle. I said, this place changed. Used to be much more relaxed. Now it's all ritzy and shit.
I'm starting to feel like this vacation's coming to an end already.
Yeah.
Evelyn points out, look at that. A small vessel plunges straight down into the ocean itself. The splash, it enters the water. The chase vessel with flashing red and blue lights pulls up just before it hits the water.
Wow. Impressive vessel.
I wonder what that was all about, Evelyn says.
Who knows?
I don't know.
A piano starts up in the restaurant. So maitre d' is provides a distraction to the sudden excitement outside the restaurant. A singer starts.
Someone's got a ship that can go underwater.
Yeah.
And looks like they get away from the cops with it. Smuggler, maybe?
Maybe somebody worth... Maybe we don't try to get in trouble on day one. For once.
Two servers arrive. One carrying a large platter of food. The other a stand that he sets up. The food that was ordered is now plated in front of you.
Dig in.
I take my 3 plates that I kind of like gather in the middle of me. I point with them with my fork and say, "Oh, if you want to taste anything, like, don't be shy, right?"
Yeah.
One of the
Yeah.
one of the bus boys that's coming around clearing other tables comes by. He's looks around.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
hey, come here for a second.
He comes over. See, he's got some tattoos that are just barely peeking out from underneath his crisp uniform. Yes, sir. Yes. What can I do for you, sir? Is everything okay?
I was just wondering if it's all these guys. I don't know if I'm going to get the real story, so I thought I'd ask you. You know that ship that just went in the water?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I know
see
what
it?
that ship is. Yeah.
You know what it is?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well, don't leave me in suspense. Tell me about it.
Oh, you see, well, he kind of looks around, looks for the floor manager, front of house manager. It kind of whispers in conspiratorially, smugglers, man.
I had a feeling. Who makes ships like that?
Oh, we make those. Those are made here.
Makes sense.
Oh, really? I didn't even thought you had an industry here.
Oh, we're not
Thought it was just
supposed to,
tourism.
but there's a lot of things that happen here that are kept on the down low, right?
Oh my gosh! If
But
I
you
had
guys
to drink,
look like, I mean, he looks at the flowery shirts. Well, maybe not you, but he looks over at Evelyn. Yeah, you don't look like the typical tourist, ma'am. Sorry, no offense.
well,
I
if
take
I
a
had
piece
to,
of food from the Evelyn plate and I put it in my mouth, like nonchalantly, while I look at how she's gonna reply.
She stares at Alan. Don't touch my food. What is wrong with you?
Oh, you're paying for it?
Well, I guess if you put it that way, and she just pushes the whole plate towards Alan. So she turns to this busboy. Where's the action around here? I mean, we can't get real drinks. Where are the real drinks?
yeah, if I got to drink one more Kool-Aid, I'll lose my mind. I'm trying to have a vacation here.
Yeah, don't don't be drinking that stuff. It's all watered down. It's awful. Hey, listen, if you want a real party, I get off shift a couple hours. If you guys still around and you're up for it, I can show you the real New Amsterdam.
I don't know, Alan. You don't want to get into trouble though, right?
I said that a long time ago. We have to pick up opportunity when
I
the
chuckle as I munch on a hush puppy.
There's a polite clearing of a throat as the front of house manager notices the busboy is still standing at your table. Hey, sorry, I'm still on shift.
We were just looking for some salt, so if you could just get us one of those salts.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem. It's a specialty here.
You're the best.
Meet us in the park in front at the end of your shift. We'll meet you there.
All right.
We'll all go together.
Sounds good. His eyes linger on Evelyn. He walks away. The
vacation is back in action. Vacation is safe, boys.
All right.
Yeah.
You're really drawing a lot of attention with that hat, I think.
She smiles. Hey, have cowboy hat will travel, I guess.
I think I'm going to put on my cowboy stuff.
I will definitely stand out. Maybe that's a good thing. Seems to attract the right kind of attention as much as the wrong kind.
I don't know that it's attracted the right kind of attention yet, but I don't even know what the right kind of attention.
That busboy was kind of cute, she says.
I look at Evelyn, like I raise my eyebrows. A busboy. It's like the first guy you meet of world.
She takes her fork and she spears something from your plate and then takes a bite. Hey.
Not bad, eh?
Not bad.
Brick, you need to use to taste those pasta.
I try everything. Just gonna eat my meal and enjoy the view.
It's quite disappointing, isn't it?
The
How can you
sun
mess that up?
set.
Everything is just a little bit worse than you'd hoped.
Yeah, looks good. It's like it's
Yeah.
made for the picture.
Many patrons are standing at the large glass windscreens or ports, taking pictures of the sunset as it burns on the horizon. It's quite breathtaking.
I say,
Down
Alan,
below,
Alan, I
lights
said,
start flickering on the cruise ships as parties start up.
I whisper, hey, Alan, why don't you show Evelyn how you can like lift a wallet or something?
Right here, right now.
Yeah, isn't this like the best spot for it?
I just ate way too much.
Yeah.
Well, but it's not something you can do in command. Like you have to do.
He's being a bitch again, Evelyn. Sorry.
I push my okay. On the way out. On the way out, Evelyn. Keep an eye on me.
All right. If you say so. She
I
pushes away from the table a little bit. I'm stuffed.
I tap my credit stick on the bill that's been set in front of us and stand up. I say, well, let's see it.
Evelyn gets up, hat back on her head.
Quick drink of
I
water.
stand up. I loosen a bit the string of my slack.
Too much
and
pasta, man.
I look at taking a. Oh yeah, it was way too much. I look around like people that are leaving at the same time, where they put the credit stick, and I move toward them. I'm looking at the fish around the table, in the wall, everywhere. Way too many fish. I bump into one guy. I said, "Oh, sorry, mister." I was just distracted by all this like scenery there. Like they really went all out for the. And I lift his credit stick. Wooden bucket. They really went all out with this decor.
It's quite something, isn't it? I have to say it's almost borderline garish, he says with a slight British accent.
I think it's lovely. I turn toward, like, I see, oh, this is my friend. I rush toward Brick again, Evelyn.
Look at these lovely fish. So, loudly. As I look at the fish.
Outside,
I look at Evelyn. I say, so, you saw anything?
She smiles. Yeah, it was good lift, but I saw it.
Well, I told you I was going to do it, right?
Yes,
kind of defeat the purpose.
Of course.
Eat it in. That's the point.
Maybe next time before he does it, you could say something like, yeehaw, and draw some attention or something.
It looks like I'm drawing enough attention as it is, Evelyn says. As night club advertisements start popping up outside of the restaurant.
I put my backpack down and unzip it and start pulling out the Western regalia. It's like I wasn't gonna put my hat in here, but do you think it works without the hat?
Do we have time to go back to the ship real quick?
Let's go back to the ship.
I think that our bus boyfriend said that he had a couple hours left. So yeah.
Let's go back to the ship. Then we can get a real drink, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I lift up a bottle out of my bag. I
extend my hand. I take a swig. Brick. We can all always prepare, right?
Yeah.
But maybe we want to get a sample of the good stuff. Maybe we can find some interested party there.
I got a feeling Eberline probably has this place beat on that front, but we'll see, I guess.
Definitely beat, Evelyn says. She starts walking towards.
They definitely seem like they want a party here, though. Just walking towards the.
And we can just do
pots.
A public service at that point. It's barely a crime, I guess.
Should we bring some to barter?
Maybe we can just bring one as a sample, right?
Yeah.
If we find somebody that seems interested with some deep pocket.
Okay.
And then we sell the letter in New Shanghai. As I lean down to the pod, the transport pod, and sit down.
I sit down as well, looking around, going, I think all the advertisements are listening to us. I don't know how much we should talk about
Oh, you're right.
stuff we're gonna plan on
The
doing.
pod, the pod accelerates. It's already menus coming up, hovering in the air. Do you want to return to your ship, the Horizon?
I look at Brick.
Yes, please. And I press the hologram. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I just kind of.
It registers, flashes, and then the window disappears as the pod accelerates back the way that it came originally towards the horizon. Now gleaming in its potentially after a full detail.
Oh, baby.
The pod doesn't take very long, and no other customers or passengers get on the pod as it travels towards the hangar bay.
Just looking out over the sea as we drift over.
Far on the horizon, a sudden blossoming of red, an explosion.
I move by the ship's ramp and I open it, and I'm climbing on. I take off my shoes.
The horizon looks spotless on the outside, gleams, shines even.
It's better than it being missing. New Amsterdam has that over Aberdeen. Is that what it's called? I don't even remember.
It's Aberdeen, yep. Eberline says. And
Yeah.
yes, there are some nice things about this place, I have to admit, but I don't know.
Yeah,
it just seems too polished, she says. She climbs the ramp.
Well, I paid
so you
for
don't
that.
want to stay here. There was a stop for you, Eberline. You don't want to stay here?
I don't know. Not really, but it's probably a good place for us to move some of these goods.
Maybe.
Yes, it is a good spot for us to move some of these goods.
Not gonna lie, guys. I just wanted to have like a little bit of a change of pace, right? A nice place, clean, full.
Yeah, you still need your bath, right?
Yeah.
Well, I bet this place has nice hotels, Evelyn says. She goes to freshen up.
Yeah, we'll get a place tonight. Sleep.
I enter in the security code at the ramp for the Horizon. Ramp comes down.
Speaking of bat,
it just sounds better when it's clean. I don't know why it's. Am I smelling cherry? Was that a cherry scent?
I don't know. It's not me.
It's definitely not you, Evelyn says. She walks by.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells good.
In the ship, like I'm take off my jacket, put it on the little peg next to the door. So I need to change the shirt. And I take off my shirt. I go to where the little sink in the kitchenette. I take a rag, I put some water in it, and I start like rubbing my neck a bit and my armpit, my chest. Throw the rag back into the sink. I go in my room.
I'm walking up the ramp, go to my room, and begin to change into my spiffy Western gear. As I'm changing, I tap into the planet's video feed, and I say, are there any news reports of explosions nearby?
There was a fireworks mishap. Perhaps reports still coming in, but thankfully no casualties. No visitors were harmed, and essentially the news really just look the other way. It's fine. Nothing to see here. Heavily redacted stories. Just fireworks.
I put on a little like silky shirt, something that kind of look the idea of a poor person nice. And I grab my 10mm pistol from my desk next to the bed, and I go to Brick's side with my pistol in hand. And I say, should I pack some meat tonight? Should I? It's kind of iffy here.
I don't know what the laws are. Type it in. Say laws for weapons.
Says permits can be purchased.
You need a permit.
I don't have one. I don't think I have time to get one.
Well, that sounds like it's fine.
But I put the gun in my waistband and cover it with the jacket. No, nobody needs to know. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Comes out. She's changed as well. Put a little bit of fresh makeup on. She looks great. Really good. Ready for a party?
You're gonna be a star, kid.
Yeah.
I put my hat on.
She tips her hat. Well, let's go find a real party and maybe a real buyer.
Rick, you got one of those fine bottle?
Yeah, I say, yeah. Let me get those, and I kind of like
Evelyn,
the door to my room just goes shook in front, ending the conversation, and I go back to typing the. I'm gonna open up the hidden storage and get a few bottles out of there. 2 bottles.
I go to the coffee maker, make myself a cup. I look at Evelyn. You want one?
No, I don't want to drink that stuff ever again. After puking it up after that jump.
No, you're so precious.
She
Grab
smiles.
the little paper cup. We wouldn't think like seeing from where you come from, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you end up in the?
I'm not one for motion sickness, that's for sure.
How do you end up like with Divot? What's the story there?
Well, best I determined, I became his ward.
You mean
I was a young
whore?
girl,
I thought you said whore.
No, not that. Thankfully, I'm not sure he's capable. Only ever saw him in his machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
he's always in that suit.
Yeah. I thought it killed him at some point, or I thought Brick killed him.
Yeah.
And then I thought I killed Skullface, but I guess if there's just machine with nobody in it, I guess.
Well, as far as I know, he's in it. I haven't heard otherwise.
Door to my room.
Oh, he's in
it? And I come walking out. I show a couple of long bottles in my deep coat pockets that I'm wearing. My duster.
All right.
Who's ready to party?
I down the rest of my coffee, throw the little cup in the garbage can, move next to the
find
ramp.
a new coffee machine. That should be like step 1 in the overhaul. Probably.
Yeah, they make some nice one now.
Yeah. They're going to make all kinds of fancy crap here.
But this one still works.
Or at least sell it. Anyway, so let's get to the friggin' parking lot or whatever.
Put my slip-on shoe. Step down the ship.
Evelyn's cowboy boots clink on the ramp as she goes down. Wait.
I look at Brick in his cowboy attire. I chuckle a bit.
Partner.
The same hologram appears at the exit to this docking bay. Do you have anything to declare? Do you need any customs?
No. And I just move past and I go to the taxi pod.
Evelyn follows.
I follow as well. looking back at the hologram for a moment. A shock of worry going through my mind.
I introduced myself in the taxi pod. I said,
Ads popping up for nightclubs of all varieties.
take us back to the Blue Tail.
A chime in the taxi pod as it accelerates away.
I did a search on that explosion. They said it was a firework accident, but it had all the telltale signs of a cover-up. I mean, it's a resort place, I guess. I'm sure they're trying to make it seem as
peaceful,
soft as possible.
The pod gently
Sounds
comes
like
to a
there's
stop.
money to be had here.
The pod gently comes to a stop at the same location as before. The doors open as another pod arrives just a little behind on the same trajectory. It opens too. That pod is a little different than the others. It's more of a matte finish, and it has blue and red flashing lights on the top of the pod. The doors open as two uniformed agents frog march a tourist, dragging him from the with his feet kind of dragging behind, a little bit of blood pooling from the split lip as they enter the pod. One of the officers' head comes up. His eyes see Evelyn standing there with her cowboy hat. He says, nothing to see here, ma'am. As he just someone that's had a little too much to drink as they haul him into the pod.
Thank you for your service, officer.
No response. The door closes.
I'm just yeah. So what do you think? Like, why are you so interested in that explosion, Brick?
I'm a curious guy. I mean, if we're going to start doing, things here, I want to know who's blowing stuff up.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
Start walking towards Blue Tail.
Standing outside near a planter, one of the many trees, decorative trees that are adorn the broad concourse between various restaurants. A young man, the busboy. Oh, looks like our stream just went dead. Whoops.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, that's why I was a bit distracted.
Let's see.
I don't know why. I don't know how to fix it. But I think it's probably like on your side, Crispy, that you need to fix it.
Yeah, I think it was.
If it's all of us that
Huh. Oh well.
For me, like, it's still said like we're live.
It says on mine that it's having trouble streaming to YouTube.
Yeah. Okay.
And that it might be a problem with YouTube.
Yeah, I think it's YouTube that went down.
It says try creating a new live stream. Or remove.
Z, can you see me? Look, is it streaming again?
No, it's like it goes into loading mode and nothing happened.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah. It's the first time that we have technical difficulty in that sense, right?
Yeah. Boy, that's too bad. Just went down. Okay, well,
let's refresh it and let's.
Yeah, it's not streaming. It says here, we'll keep trying, let you know if it's resolved. Please check YouTube to ensure the stream looks okay. No, it doesn't. Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, let's just play it out. Like, who cares about the live stream
and re-edit?
Well, I want to.
I tried that and it just broke it again, so I just removed it and then added it again.
I want to rewatch it.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'll be able to save it.
End it on the YouTube side and starting it again.
Sure.
So you know.
Or
Stop.
what we can do is let's just continue to play out until we stop playing, and then
Okay, well, I'm gonna end mine and then I'm gonna restart it, and then you
Yeah.
guys can do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Well, I can do it for you, Phil, I guess.
so you just end it, and then
Destination, and then boom.
I did it. I did it on both.
You're doing it right now for me.
and you're live.
I just did. Yeah. Well, I did when I did my own. I pressed yours as well.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we'll see what's happening. I don't know if that's gonna work. No, doesn't want to.
It doesn't want to work.
Doesn't
So
want to
let's-
work.
Okay. The show is locally recorded too. Yeah, I think it is. I don't know. It says that it's live. Let me just check something. Where's
Okay,
me?
I'm gonna hit stream it.
Live. No, it's not working. Too bad. Okay. Well, that's not working. So too bad. New stream. Yeah, I don't know if can you see anything, Z? Because no, it's still not working. It's down. I just got the alert. Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I see,
what?
coming from you, Crispy.
Yeah,
Part 2, but nothing's happening.
nothing's in it. Okay.
No.
All right. So what I propose is before I end the stream, because I don't want to end the local recording, we'll just pick it up right here. We'll play it out, and then maybe I'll share I can post it just as not a live stream, but just as a
video supplement.
And then you guys can download it and use it yourself too if you want. So, all right. There, the busboy waits near the tree, his uniform slung casually over his shoulder. His tattoos now open and visible for all to see. He's smoking something.
I roll a cigarette for myself. I look at him while doing it and I say, "So, where's the party at?"
He did come back. He snuffs
Walking
out
up
the
behind
cigarette
him as well.
Puts it into the planter. All right. So yeah, you want to have a real party? He says, his eyes lingering on Evelyn again. No, come with me. He turns around, walks in an opposite direction of where the port is.
Well, this guy's totally fucking sketchy. So as we're walking by,
he walks.
I wonder if it's drugs doing that. What do you think?
I don't know, but I think you two guys look like pigeon. That's what I think. So
pigeon.
Try at least pigeon. Easy mark.
He starts up a conversation with Evelyn.
Evelyn probably is. But try not to be
small talk between her and him as he leads towards the central hub of the port, or this Edom port. There's some service elevators that go down and up to the towers far above, as well as into the depths underneath the facility. And its very deep moorings go down under the water. Enters one of the elevators. It looks very utilitarian. Several other workers get out as the doors open.
I
look at
the gentleman. I look at the busboy and I say, "So, what's your name?"
My name is how do you say these names? My name is Henny. Henny Roy.
Huh. I'm Richard.
Nice to meet you, he says.
So,
call me Brick.
Brick. Brick. That's a funny name.
Well, it's not hemorrhoid.
It's not hemorrhoid. It's henny. We have Dutch roots here.
I already want some nice swimming to be done around here.
Yeah. For the tourists that want to get eaten.
How do you go to a water planet and not have swimming?
Oh, you can swim here. You just got to be careful where and when.
I bet there's some cool like underwater tours.
Yeah, they'll put you in a metal tube and show you some of the sights, some of the large creatures down deep, maybe if you really want to pay the big money.
You heard about that firework explosion?
Shh, not yet.
Hey,
The
do you
doors
know-
close of the service elevator and it starts plummeting down. Stops at regular intervals. People get out and some get on. More people getting out than getting on.
Hey, do you know if there's a way to like, if anyone's developed anything to kind of shut off the ads?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
oh yeah, you're getting pestered by the ads?
Yeah, I need to get some kind of blocker or something.
Yeah, that's no problem. I can hook you up with something like that. That's pretty
All right.
easy. We all carry him. He takes out a small disc-shaped object from his back pocket. Yeah, it just basically turns all of that junk off.
Can I just
Yeah,
buy
we
that
don't
one
even
from
need
you?
that.
Yeah, sure. I'll sell you this one.
Cool. How about 500?
I mean, 750 sounds fair.
I take the credit stick that I got that I lifted from the guy in the restaurant.
Yep.
I extend it toward the guy.
He
Got ripped off, buddy.
he
And I look at the bus boy and I go, "Good job. I respect it."
hey. Things are expensive here, man. Eventually the elevator comes to a shuddering stop. By this time, only a few people left in addition to the party of four. The doors open to a much different, more industrial looking hallway. Here, there are some advertisements, but most of the advertisements are for credit services and payday loans. A few offering job boards that pop up.
I say, "Hey, let me see the thing, Alan." My hand up.
I give it to Alan, to Brick.
I
Yeah, it's your man. Just like,
try to figure it out. Try to block some of these ads.
Yeah, they de-res in front, losing resolution, losing color, eventually just fading away. Nothing but a smudge in the air.
Hey, all right. Start looking
I
at
point
it.
outside toward the more industrial looking place. I look at Brick. I say, "Feel a bit more like home, doesn't it?"
Yeah.
ahead.
Yay.
Steam erupts from some grates. So laundry facility is in full operation. This Henny fellow whines, "Oh, yeah, we're not far from here. This is a place where we go to unwind after all the tourist stuff. But every so often we'll bring a few guests down here."
I point
may
and
not
say, "Well,
be
lead the
only
way."
one.
So what's about this alcohol ban or some shit, right?
Oh man, tell you, it's just everywhere we look, there's some new regulation, and I don't know. There's just too much influence being exerted from some of the core worlds. They send a lot of money this way. All
I
these
came here
tourists
like
coming.
I came here not like a few. Yeah, well, been a while, I guess. But it wasn't like as stringent. Like it used to be. Like you could have used to have like a proper party here.
Yeah, not anymore. Now it's all controlled by these mega interests from the core worlds. They come in, they buy special licenses, and they get a cut. So it's not what
So
it
what do
once
you do?
was.
What do you do? You want to lose it a bit.
But if I want to lose what? Lose.
If you want to lose it, if you want to just like just relax a bit, right? Just so you want to.
Well, that's where I'm taking you, he says, pointing
Yeah,
down this narrow hallway.
You got some booze there that you're.
Yeah, we've got some. I mean, it may not be Eberline quality.
How'd you know we were from Eberline?
Well, he gestures to Evelyn. She's got the accent.
Turn toward her. You're fitting
She
right
just
in, Evelyn.
shrugs.
I guess she's articulating it, right?
Got a good ear, man.
He nods. Yeah, we see a lot of tourists, but not from Eberline.
You traveled a bit yourself?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I jumped in one of these cruise outfits for a while. So, not for me.
I hate those.
Yeah. It was kind of a downer. As much as it's terrible working topside on some fancy restaurant isn't my idea of it pays the bills. And you know what? We can unwind, he says, gesturing down the narrow corridor towards a group of other people similar age to this Henny fellow, or gathered outside a
Following along.
nondescript building, or just a one of many doors in the underbelly of the Edam Port facility.
I'm much more wary of him now, and I'm keeping an eye on him, trying to be walking on the outside, keeping him to my right, just watching him out of the corner of my eye.
He walks up, and in some Dutch patois of some sort, he starts talking to these others and gestures, and big smile, waves at the three of you, and then they all kind of eye Evelyn. Yeah, good. A few of them kind of clap him on the back, like, nice job. Yeah, come on in. They make a show of opening the door. Loud music filters out, a thumping bass and some wailing guitar.
I think they're starting to think you're an exotic dancer, Evelyn. Getting like a...
I look at Evelyn to see her reaction as Brick said that.
She goes, only if they like square dancing, she says. She walks
Probably
in.
do.
That's gonna change you from your saloon, right?
She smirks as over her shoulder as she allows herself to be escorted into this underground party.
I wait. I let the other get in before I do. I'm waiting outside by the side of the door.
Two of the men outside stay outside.
I walk inside, following Evelyn.
I throw the rest of my cigarette down, and I walk in, following Brick.
The door closes behind as Henny comes in, greeting all sorts of people. Seems to know everyone. They're all having crowded inside this speakeasy. As there's drinks all over the place. Is weak by Eberline standards, maybe a little on the stronger side by New Amsterdam standards. A DJ stands at a station across a crowded dance floor. Some music pounds away.
Amy, you know who's running the joint?
What, running this joint, you mean? He shouts over the loud music.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is a Mores club. They call themselves a Mores. You know, like the eel, he says?
No, I don't.
Eel?
No, I don't. I'm not a fisherman. How plugged in are you in?
You don't fish eels, man. Starts his veneer of respectability eroding away.
I have made my way to the to a cocktail table, a bar table.
Yeah.
And I wave at a waitress or someone who's carrying a drink.
I turn away from Amy, and I just appear behind Brick, and I say, "Make it 2."
The server, jostled by the other dancers, comes up. Is the patrons all pressing around? Yeah, what do you want? What can I get you? She says.
Just whatever
We've
this
got.
is. I take a looks like a beer off of
Yep.
her tray. I
Evelyn
take the other one. I hand it to Alan.
Okay, she says. I'll get back to you when I can. She tries to get around. 3 beers now on the small cocktail table. There's got to be 150 people crammed into this space.
I look at Brick. I say, me say like this place is run like I speak close to and kind of loud to go over the noise. This place is run by seem to be a gang called like the Morays or some shit like that, some ill kind of name.
Yeah, like the eels.
Yeah, I don't know about fish.
Okay, maybe those are the smugglers. I don't know. I'm drinking my beer and I'm looking at the device that we got from him.
I lean
Small
against
disc.
Start taking off like a panel on the back just to kind of see the wiring that's in it.
Cleverly made.
Power source.
Cleverly made. An integrated power source, also quite advanced. This laminar battery and electron matrix that is quite high tech for such a throwaway type device.
I lean over like a counter. I turn around and look in the room. I look around the room, and I take note of the people that don't seem to be there to enjoy themselves, but also don't seem to be quite working. Right? People are just there like furniture.
Off in the corner, a group of men match that description. Henny is talking to them.
Turn to Brick. I say, this any guy might be another fucking Nate Lake kind of situation.
You think so?
I don't.
I have produced a small screwdriver, and I'm like messing with the back of this thing, trying to tweak it a little bit.
I don't trust him. I bet he's gonna come back and try to introduce us to somebody, which is not bad in itself.
As if on cue, 3 men.
I don't trust the guy.
With Henny in the lead. Henny comes up to him and says, hey, listen, I've got some friends here. They want to talk to you. He shouts over the loud pounding music. One of them just says, maybe a little quieter. He gestures to the side where there's a door behind a bar, a busy server that's busy pulling beer off the shelf and uncorking it for the patrons that come and go quickly.
I glance at Brick.
I put the screwdriver behind my ear, close the thing, I grab my beer and drink it real quickly, open in my throat like I'm in a frat or something, put it down. I say, yeah, let's go talk.
Evelyn turns down a few people asking for a dance. She follows in behind. Henny slides in slyly next to her.
Tag along, Evelyn. And I go close to Evelyn, and as low as I can, but she's still on me, like above the noise. I say, like, just let us do the talking, right? I know you're maybe excited to be here, but
she looks a little nervous. Nods. Yeah, of course, she says.
Yeah, just focus on looking pretty for now.
She's like, you're a jerk.
I just like shake my head.
The lead man reaches this door. He knocks 3 times, tink, 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 then opens the door, revealing a dark, narrow, small room with a card table in the middle of the room. There's a couple of men at that table in the midst of some kind of card game. They've got ashtray in the middle of the table and a few drinks around. In the back, there's a desk with a cheap chair, and behind it, there's some stacks of cred sticks on top of that desk. The door closes. The sound is still easily audible behind, but now muffled by this heavy door. The man stands up at the table. Says, yes, right. This is the crew of that ship that just came in, the one that wasn't on any of the regular manifests, right? The one that came in from Eberline, he says. And he says, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. And then the three men that came in turned to Henny and say, that's you can wait outside. He's
I
like,
look over at
sure.
Alan. I look over at Alan and I go, you're right.
I look at Brick.
Say, please have a
People
seat.
are
We've got
waiting
a bit of a business proposition for you, if you don't mind.
I go close to Brick and I say, we need to start using the gate. And I go sit down, my beer in hand.
Evelyn goes and stands slightly behind, a couple paces behind Alan's chair.
I go sit down as well. And I say, what can we do for you, gentlemen? And I pull out a bottle of Eberline liquor, put it on the table.
All of the men left in this room. There's 5 men in this room. 3 of them now sitting at this a crowded table, 2 outside. They quickly go grab some shot glasses from the desk amidst the piles of cred sticks, put them down, all making sounds of appreciation for some honest to goodness spirits.
Well, you think we're going to a party empty-handed? Pop it open.
See, this is
pouring shots for everyone at the table.
The one man, it's got one eye quite milky, and then a scar that runs down one side of his face, puckering the skin down his left cheek all the way down to the jawline. He says, I see, this is exactly why we wanted to talk to you.
I lean over and I grab one of the shot and I raise it up high.
He joins. To profitable ventures, he says.
I say, Evelyn, what's a good Eberline toast?
To profitable ventures.
All right.
I go, take a drink. The of Dutch.
The 5 men all appreciate. A few of them cough. Oh, wow. The one with the scar down his face, he boy, I haven't had something that good for a long time.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's almost criminal.
Almost, he says, the smile.
Right.
The
what do you guys want to talk to us about?
Yeah, you came in unannounced, and you probably don't know this, but you've been getting flagged by customs. You've been taking stuff out of that ship, and you probably don't realize they spare no expense when it comes to scanning people leaving their ships, especially a ship such as yours, which is quite well known to have some cargo on board. We've got a few informants that tipped us off that the customs agents are probably headed your way in the near future.
We just have leather on board.
Right.
We're a leather trader from Eberline.
Hey, and if you want to just trade leather, that's fine. And then we've just enjoyed a shot glass together, and we just let it go at that. But if you want to make some real money, then we should maybe talk.
What are you talking about?
Well, you've got a jump capable ship, don't you?
Yeah, that's why we came in unannounced. We can't really announce ourselves until
it's getting rare. It's getting rare. We don't see many jump capable ships anymore.
Gates are
I mean, on the
cheaper.
frontier, maybe it's a little more common, but here, as we get closer to the core, boy, it's all just gates now. And gates, there's just a lot of control.
Yeah.
It really is. It's
That's how they get you.
It's
That's
sad.
right.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I miss the
Slides
old.
that
I miss
shot
the
glass.
old days of the frontier spirit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Where a man could just go where he wanted.
So he says, scratches behind his ear. What would it take for you to do maybe an unscheduled shipment?
Oof.
Before you ask, jump cable ship are rare. The reason for that is the price of AM3.
Yeah, I hear you.
We had to come this way anyway. So that was one thing. And we're in a place where the gate was not very functional.
So what you're saying is that you just need me to cover the cost of fuel? I mean, I just assumed that you would add that to the shipping cost, wouldn't you?
You have
Yes.
to realize but you have to realize exactly that's whatever goods we bring, this import of letter.
It'll be invoiced. It'll be part of the invoice for sure.
Right.
The main issue that we currently have is our cargo hold is full with goods right now that we're trying to offload. So until that
Right.
situation gets figured out, I don't really think we can.
So
ship
you have a
anything.
buyer yet? Do you have a buyer yet?
We just got here. We ate some fish, thought we'd blow off some steam, then go back to business,
Okay, well, we have connections. I'm sure we could find a buyer for you for that leather, so you can clear out that cargo hold of yours for a new shipment.
Just so we're on the same page, we're very familiar with the value of our shipment. Just, I know you wouldn't think of trying to.
Oh, I'm not going to buy your leather.
Swindle
I don't need
me,
your leather.
but just wanted you to know that.
Of course.
Forward it comes to whiskey, we might have a few private stock that maybe we're willing to share a bit. I look at Brick.
I don't know.
He gestures towards his eyes, this guy's eyes, the scarred man's eyes, back to that bottle. He pushes the shot glass a little closer towards the bottle. How about a second?
Yeah.
What do you say?
I'd grab the bottle, pour it for him and myself, Alan.
Yeah.
Look at all the others guys. I'm like, you guys. Anyone else? It's like one or two people interested. Pour them a drink. Pull the other one out of my pocket.
See, I like a man who's prepared.
I don't like
when we heard you guys were in from Eberline. Well, that's very unusual.
I hate it when people feel like scarcity is an issue. You know what I mean?
Exactly, he says. Though scarcity can drive up a better price.
Yeah. Scarcity is nice when it's not you. That's for sure.
The shot glasses come back down onto the table, emptied.
Yeah, slam mine as well.
I'm drinking along with him. I pour him another shot before he asks myself.
I lean back in my chair and start rolling a cigarette.
I've stopped pouring anyone else a shot, just me, Alan, and this guy.
Yeah. So are you interested?
The problem is, like, as you know, right? As long as the goods are on our ship, the custom can have an eye on us, but we're not breaking any laws as long as we're not afloat shit.
Well, with enough credits, we could maybe have the customs guys conveniently forget to check your ship.
So it sounds like you're offering a couple services here and requesting some services. Now, obviously, every detail that we don't know is going to be a factor into whether we agree or not. So,
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
how much are you willing to let us know before we agree?
Enough for you to do the job?
Okay. Well, we're interested.
I don't know if we want to. I don't know if we're
we're-
interested in taking a job, but we do have some goods to offload.
Okay.
Alright.
So let's just clear
I
that.
just look at Alan with like a stern look.
I lean over to Brick. I say,
We're
I don't
not
fucking want to
interested.
go back to Eberline.
No. We don't need you to go to Eberline. That's a backwater place. No offense, miss. It's a backwater place. Nobody comes from there. But those
Look
that
at
do, they're usually the type that can work with us, he says. Some of the other guys kind of nod agreement. So
Who else have you met from Eberline?
It's been many years now.
Oh, okay.
We've had a few that have come through here. Tough men, hard men, frontier men. They stand out in their cowboy boots and their hats.
I lean
What?
down and I grab the little shot, and I start just sipping at it.
So, the leather. How much you want?
Wow. You guys sure do know a lot about our ship, where we're from, don't you?
Like I said, I got contacts in the customs agents. That's how I knew they were going to come down on you.
Okay. How much do I want? I look over at Evelyn.
She's like, she pulls out her data pad and does some quick calculations on it and then passes the data pad to you.
I look at the number.
Not bad. She's suggesting that high quality leather like this, 750,000.
So they screwed us, basically. I rub my chin like, I don't know. Maybe $1 million.
Million, hey? For the leather?
Little glass.
That's genuine leather, right? Not this fake stuff that's
Genuine
everywhere.
Eberline leather
So from
at New
real
Amsterdam
animals.
prices. I think I've given you a pretty good deal, to be honest.
Well, I mean, it sounds reasonable to me. I'm not the buyer, but like I said, we got to take care of your cargo first before the customs guys gets out. There are greedy hands on it. We'll grease a few palms for you. How about that?
As long as
just as a show of goodwill.
The leather is legit. The leather is legit. We can sell it. We'll
Have
get
you
hit
looked
by
at what the
duty.
tariff is on that? What the customs guys are going to charge you?
If you can go around the custom, right? And also, maybe we have a few more crate that we don't want the custom to look at. So
okay,
but it's a different price.
If we get $1 million with no customs, that's a good deal. We'll be
million,
fine
no
with it.
customs. Okay, I'll make a few calls. See what we can do.
All right.
Where do you want me to
What are
contact
you
you?
wanting us to take? Because I appreciate that you're doing all this stuff for me, but
No, I need you to
I'm
bring
not
something
really
in.
interested in having an obligation to you yet.
I got a delivery coming in on the fringe of the system. It's overdue. So what I need you to do is I need you to go to a neighboring system. I can give you the coordinates. Again, I'll pay for your fuel. I need you to go there. I need you to pick up the shipment that I'm expecting and then bring it back.
You want me to bring it back to Planet?
Yes.
What's the shipment?
Certain chemicals that are difficult to source here.
Are you guys aware of or have any connection to the smugglers that can go underwater?
Yeah. Yeah, we might.
So
do you
here's
really
my
want
problem.
me to say more? I mean, I don't know how much you want to know.
I don't need you to say anything.
All right. We'll leave it at
Here's
that.
my problem. If if they're so prolific with scanning and they see some hazardous chemicals on our ship, I mean, we're fucked.
Well, I don't expect you to come back to this station, he says.
Oh,
He
okay.
knocks the hull. But that means you'll have to be quick. Are you quick?
I'd feel a lot better if I could go in the water.
I'm not sure your ship's rated for that.
It's not.
How big are the ships that go in the water?
I'm not sure I want to share all of my cards at this point. Let's just say that we can go a lot of places here. Places that the authorities sometimes can't go.
Well, I'm
I
just
look
saying it would be easier if I could go in the water and then I could deliver
the thing
these
also, I'm gonna tell you in a
there
few,
without being tailed and without it being
we're hoping
my
to
ship. So
we're hoping to be able to take a few days rest, to tell you the truth, right? That's also part of the reason why we came here.
Well, I'm certainly willing to pay for your time.
I look at Brick. I lean a bit over.
I feel rested. Look at Ellen.
All right.
All right. So let's talk terms.
Wait, how much chemical? Like we're talking, like what kind of volume we're talking about?
Oh, it'll easily fit in your cargo hold. I have the specs of your ship.
Well, it's not the cargo hold I'm worried about.
What would you be worried about? I'm just asking you to put something into the ship, bring it back here.
Well, they can scan the cargo hold. That's the thing.
Have you ever shipped chemicals before? There's a lot of concerns.
It's in a container. They're volatile, of course, but it's in a safe container. The container will easily fit into a standard shipping vessel like yours.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it scanned.
I don't want to scan either.
Why I'm going to pay you a premium to
I
not scan.
I lean over to Brick and say, and I look at those guys. Say, like, just give me a minute. Just need to consort with my partner here. Lean back over to Brick. I see. If we can fit it in the smuggler compartment, that's one thing. But in the open, in the cargo, it's much more risk.
Yeah. I'm getting a real, it's not going to fit in our smuggler compartment vibe from this guy.
I do too.
Because he knows what our ship is capable of, apparently. I don't know if he knows we have a smuggler compartment. It's not really a super common knowledge thing.
No, you wouldn't know that. Like, that's the whole point of the smuggler compartment.
Yep. I think it would. I want to get one of these submersibles and then keep it in our ship.
No. But that won't fit. Then we don't have place for
I don't know
cargo
how big they are.
How big is the smuggler compartment?
It holds 2 units.
2 meter cube.
Some. 2 universal cargo units.
How much do you have? How much do you need this chemical to bring for us to bring back? I turn back toward the guys. See.
It's just a single shipment. It'll be maybe 3 units.
Too risky.
All right. Well,
there is risk. That doesn't mean it's, too risky is relative to the payday, doesn't it?
Of course,
Could-
he says.
Could we do 2 trips?
I prefer to do it in one.
So what's the plan? It sounds like you have it all planned out.
Yeah. I give you the coordinates, where to go. You jump there, collect the goods. It's already there waiting for you. And then bring it back here. I'm not right here. To another location. I'll give you that too.
To another location yet to be disclosed.
Yes, of course. Until you agree to this, I'm not going to tell you where. Let's just suffice it to
somehow
say
they won't scan us.
I'm counting on your speed.
So it's our responsibility to make sure they don't scan us.
Yes.
And then like to being chased when we come back in, and then leaving and being chased again, and never being able to come back again.
You're looking to buy a timeshare? He says.
I have to think about how we would keep from getting scanned. I don't know how I would do that.
Well, you're definitely not going to come to this facility.
Right.
But I'll pay you. I'll pay you well.
Mm-hmm.
I need this shipment.
Okay. Well, how much?
I already said I was going to pay for your fuel, so that's covered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
5 million.
5 million.
One quick trip. I mean, you're barely going to even burn any AM3 for this. It's not even far away.
So what are we talking about? What kind of chemical? Like
volatile chemicals?
Explosive?
He just raises an eyebrow.
Is it illegal everywhere, or is it illegal just here?
Depends who has it, I suppose. In my hands, it's illegal.
Are you looking to do terrorism?
What's terrorism to one is revolution for another.
All right. That answer definitely convinced me.
Convinced you of what? He says.
That I'm not sure yet.
I may have told you too much. Maybe this booze that's talking.
And I filled my glass again. Filled Brick's glass and this guy's glass.
We're tired of this. We're tired of this regime. We want things to go back the way they were. We need to lessen some of the control that the core is using via their.
I point at him and say, "But you have a good face. You have a good face. You have a good look. You're charismatic. Why you don't run for office then?"
Who says I'm not?
Well, we appreciate you hooking us up with the buyer for our leather. That'll go a long way for us. And we'll get back to you once we have to think about how we would even approach a problem like that. We haven't done something like that before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe I misunderstood. I thought
Maybe
that
you did.
That was. I thought it was your bailiwick.
No, we're upstanding citizen. We're bringing.
No, I'm an engineer.
Right. Yeah, where you come from, engineers bring in illegal booze. That's normal for engineers.
We're bringing leather.
Well, it wasn't illegal when we got it.
No, I suppose not.
It depends who's holding it.
Visit Eberline, I think, maybe one of these days.
If I understood correctly, it's only legal to sell it, right?
Depends who you ask. Like most things here, if you grease the right palms, things can go smooth.
Right.
I'm counting on it, he says.
When it's still on the ship, right? It's still it's still not under the jurisdiction of the planet, technically.
No, but you know that warning message that they give you every time you leave your dock?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Did you read the fine print? He says.
No,
Oh, yeah?
we tried to run by it without looking at it.
Well,
We figured that would give us a carte blanche to do whatever we wanted. Is that not how it works here?
he laughs.
I laughed with him.
This place did
That's
used
the
to
way
be
it
more
used to
relaxed.
work. It used to work that way, he says. And if I have anything to do, it's going to go back to that.
I look at Brick. I say, you'd have to hard time to believe, but this place was the kind of place that anything goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just kind of
Not anymore.
I treated it like another titty massage ad and moved on.
Yeah, you're getting those ads too, aren't you? Yeah. There's a lot of things I would change. We're going to change. It's just a matter of the timing. I'm going to get this stuff one way or the other. But if you can bring it to me, why not get paid? He says.
Let us think about it.
It's probably going to have to be
Well, let's have one more drink for the road then, gentlemen. Ma'am, he says, gestures. I'm sorry, miss. He gestures towards Evelyn.
I look at Evelyn to see her reaction.
She's got her arms crossed still. She's just watching this guy. Her eyes don't leave him. Neutral expression.
Raise the glass.
Another round is poured. With that, gentleman stands up. The other two at the table stand up just shortly thereafter. Reaches across the table with his hand out towards Brick.
Take
Give
his
it some
hand and
thought.
shake it. It's probably going to cost you double.
He winks. I know I'm dealing with someone from Eberline now, he says. It's okay.
Yeah,
I
I
nod
tapped
my head
my
to him.
hat to him.
I turn toward the door. I walk away.
I say, why don't you keep that bottle, the unopened one?
He's much obliged. Thank you very much.
Thanks for
He
hooking
says.
up. Thanks for
He
hooking up
pretends he
the
has a
leather-
hat on and he
the leather
tips.
buyer.
Yes. I'll send somebody over with the details for that right away.
All right.
Just maybe consider that as our first overture of a business arrangement. With that,
Short-term deals. I like those. I like short-term deals.
Yeah, this is
No strings.
just a simple delivery. That's all I want. Simple delivery.
Just waiting by the door, my hand on the door, ready to push.
I walk
Looking at the
back.
brick.
I walk back towards the door. Let my duster flourish a little.
I push the door, and I live in the main room.
He nods respectfully at Evelyn, who she nods back at him, and then she follows in behind Alan towards the door. Just one thing, he says, before the door opens. Our conversation, that's between us.
Ah, don't worry. Don't worry about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful where you talk about this. On your
Got it.
ship is probably fine, but
Yeah,
outside
I
this
said
room-
booby massage, and now I'm worried what the taxi's going to show me.
yeah, well, in here you're okay, but everything else is logged, sold.
Ugh.
All right?
Makes you want to blow up a government building or something.
Something.
I
I push the door open and I leave to in the main
Pumping
room.
sound of the electronic music just assaults your eardrums. The air is sweaty with the dancers as they Henny
I
is
turn
there
toward-
off to the side waiting.
I turn toward Evelyn and I say, "So, how do you like civilization?"
Seems just like the civilization I left, she says.
Hey, it smells a bit better, doesn't it?
She
dusty.
makes a show of sniffing the sweaty dance hall or the rave that's going on. No, doesn't seem much different to me at all. She starts walking towards the exit.
I walk toward the bar. I wave at
also walk
the-
towards the bar.
I wave at the barman. And I say, give us 2 shot of your strongest stuff you got available.
He
Hey, you guys
nods.
got any cigars?
No, no cigars. I mean, we've got some synthetic weed. We've got that.
I grimace. Is it say that?
Mm.
Yeah. The strongest stuff turns out to be a watered down vodka of some kind.
I smell it and I taste it. I look at Brick.
I sip it. And I go, and I just chuck it, crashing it into the back of the bar.
I finish
Bouncer gets
drinking
up.
it and I put it down.
Nobody knows how to drink in this place, I yell out.
There's shouts of agreement from everyone.
I move toward the door.
Evelyn's there, already talking to the doorman. So trying to convince her to stay. She's like, "No, I'm done."
I look above my shoulder, see if Brick is following along.
I look around, trying to I got a little taste of blood in my mouth, and I start walking towards Alan, and I just shove into a guy next to me.
I'm observing.
Hey, watch where you're going.
He stumbles forward, knocks into another guy, shoves back. Pretty soon, what was a fairly raucous dance floor has got pandemonium as fists start getting thrown and shoving back and forth. Others start getting into the mix. Bouncers start wading towards the fracas in the middle of the floor.
I just start laughing and I just punch someone right in the face as they shove into me from somewhere else.
Solid connects, knocks the guy out, but also has him tumbling back over the bar, which brings more bottles crashing to the floor. There's general pandemonium. Others
Just kind of shoving people around.
I move back toward Bricks, and I give a kick to a guy that is moving toward him in retaliation. And then look at Brick. I say that just a kick, just to push him. I said, "What, you wanna fucking looking for a fight, mate?"
I almost swing at Alan, and then I stop myself. And I go, "Oh, I don't know. I'm just bored. This place sucks."
The patron kicked, stumbles into someone else. The door opens, and a loud bang reverberates through the metal walls of this underground club. His firearm has gone off. The music dies down. A loud voice says, "That's quite enough of that."
Reflexively, my hands go closer to where my gun is under my jacket, but just stopping short.
I pat Alan on the back and start walking him out.
There's a hush for a moment.
Better.
And then at a signal from the man with the firearm, the music starts up again, loud, frenetic. The door closes. Evelyn's outside, just pacing, waiting outside.
Step outside. I'm brushing myself off a little bit.
I pull I readjust my jacket. I look, well, that was fun. Let's go back to the ship. Let's talk about this deal.
A drunk patron stumbles towards Evelyn. She produces some small Derringer-like pistol underneath his chin when he gets a little too close, and he stumbles back away.
I grab him by the back of the collar and just tug him down. He falls down. on the street.
Evelyn doesn't say anything, but starts walking back the way that Henny led you.
I look at
led
Evelyn and say,
Dan.
don't back eat without telling us. You know,
Why
if
do
you
I
get
have
in
to
trouble,
tell you? She says.
Because if you get in trouble, it's gonna get us in trouble.
No, I'm pretty sure you just leave me.
After all we went through, who do you think we are?
I just start laughing maniacally. I got that bottle with me. I take a big swig of it. Starting to
Evelyn, you
stumble.
realize we went back for you after dealing with David, right? After getting back our ship.
Yes, to bring me here, and you thought you'd put me to work in one of the skin shops around here.
What?
You're not.
Is that
Your
what you
ship
think of
isn't
me?
very
He
big,
said he thought you just end up in one.
right?
Yeah,
He goes,
of
"You
your
know
own
what?
volition.
Unless you're willing to hand me that fancy disc that you bought, let's not say anything more about that. It's going to affect all of these nonsense holograms." She swats at a few that are floating around her head.
I pull out the thing. I say, "Oh, this thing," and I go, pew, pew. I like I'm shooting at
The screens D-res pointing at with these losing
I turn it up.
coherency.
I turn it up so it kind of just it would work better.
There. Now it's
Yeah.
broadcasting a zone. It's blanketing it out.
All right, let's get
Shift
into that
workers are
tube.
lining up for the elevator shaft here below the water line. It's those that live in the steerage or down into the pylon that supports Edam Port Station are heading up to do their graveyard shifts if they're
I
on
point
them.
at the tube. I say, let's mix in with the local.
Evelyn
Howdy, partners.
removes
How
her
do you do?
her cowboy hat and just holds it in her hand. So she draws a little less attention.
Squeeze in the tube with them.
I have
Go
a
back on
goofy
the-
smile on my face. I look at one of them and say, "You guys sure are up late."
Huh. Just starting, a few of them say.
Yeah.
The elevator.
I look down and I go, "No shit." I fucking take a swig.
A few of them look enviously at that glass bottle as the elevator doors close. And
Offer it.
many take you up. Absolutely. Talk about how much it sucks working for this, what is essentially now just a glitzy resort. As the elevator shakes its way up, stopping
Yeah.
at regular
I'm
intervals.
rolling a
Soon.
cigarette there in the elevator. Put it in my mouth.
A few others are
I
smoking.
talk
already.
repeatedly about cigars, just like rambling now. My sentences are very rambly and pointless.
The trip is a bit of a milk run. Stops at all of these various sub basement or sub ocean level sea level as it makes its way up. By the time people start leaving in large groups. The elevator is packed. Just no space at all. Everyone crushed in together. Eventually, it gets up to the level where Henny originally got you onto the elevator, where it opens again. The nightlife is booming at this level as tourists are coaxed and attracted to all the various nightlife places.
If you're gonna get a little cigar, it's like, what's the point of it? You know what I mean? That one, like, you got to get it like if you make a fist, that's too big. If you
Man,
got
you
a-
don't-
Evelyn snakes her arm underneath bricks, and she's like, "You need to get back to the ship." She says.
I out of my cigarette and I say, if you're just gonna get like those fake weed anyway, it's not worth it, man.
I don't want the fake. I just want the tobacco. Is they not even? Does they not even what am I don't want the weed, like you said.
Shh, Evelyn,
I grab my
shh,
pouch
shh.
of tobacco and I offer it to Brick.
Yeah. Will you roll one for me?
Grab the pouch back.
You do it so much you may roll it tiny. He rolls it really good. You
Start
should watch
rolling
this
it.
guy. I'm just like talking to these workers. Watch this guy.
Like just
Like an
holding the little
artist.
pouch between my pinky and then ring finger and rolling my other finger.
Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Just like,
And it to Brick.
see, that's perfect. You see it? I'd like hold it up to this dude's face. You see it?
He's like,
Take off my
yeah,
lighter.
yeah. Listen,
Perfect.
I gotta get to work.
Bummer,
Brick.
man. I know how that feels.
So let's
Yeah,
walk a bit.
That's
Go
why
to one of the
I quit
hotels.
I quit my job and then I just decided to be, like a psycho.
The patrols
Like,
wandering
I appreciate
around.
that's how you call working with me, Brick.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Let's walk a bit before we get the cab, man.
All right. Hey, good talking to you. Was it Ryan?
Arjun, he says.
Arjun.
I grabbed the other
Right.
arm of
Good
Brick.
Dutch name.
That
Dude,
I
fucking
look at Evelyn and I say, wasn't your father called Arjun? Or Arden?
Arden, not Arjun.
Oh, it's
I've
close
never
enough.
heard that name
What?
before. Must be a Dutch thing.
What?
That wasn't her dad.
No, it wasn't my dad.
Oh, you never told you?
What are you talking about? She says.
Oh,
You know what?
never mind.
She's like, she
Just walk into the pod.
just keeps walking, directing Brick gently towards the pod in his drunken stupor.
Yeah. I get close to one. I press on the door to open
My
it.
wife is a bitch.
Now, she says, it's
You seem nice, but she's like,
I'll break inside the cab.
Evelyn takes the other side of Brick, helping him sit down in the cab. The pod,
what are you
transport
guys doing?
pod.
Stop grabbing me. I just get in the car myself.
She let
I lean back forward a bit and I open Brick's jacket and I got his bottle. Then I take it and I take a swig myself. I pass it to Evelyn.
She takes a pull.
I'm just
Handles
like,
her liquor
I got my feet up on the chair across. So I'm like going across the whole pod, smoking a cigarette, looking up.
I lean toward the control of the pod. And I say, Brick, can you turn on that device? I think it's messing up with the...
I don't think I could do... oh, wait. You did like the ads?
What? The ad blocker seemed to be blocking the cab control as well.
Yeah. Is that doing it?
Yeah, it's back.
All right.
Nah, just take us back to a ship. I don't want to fucking go to a titty club.
The pod goes, accelerates towards the dock where the Horizon is birthed, and there it stops. There's a notice, hologram notice on the door of the Horizons, that main door that you've been going in and out of to the docking facility. It's a customs notice.
I said, oh fuck, I don't fucking read that tonight.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here. Oh, we gotta get out of here.
Evelyn goes up to the door, opens it up.
Scroll down and I click on the X.
Okay. The window disappears.
Open the door.
Door opens, there, gleaming, spotless still. The Horizon's there.
How do they get the smell of cherry inside the ship? What if they use some sort of atmospheric scrub or something.
Yeah, something Evelyn says is she helps direct Brick towards the ramp.
Yeah. I get the ramp down.
I'm a married
I'm
man.
Oh, that's okay, lover boy.
I take off my slip-on shoes. I leave them by the door of the ship.
I
I go lie down. I go crash down on the couch.
Hmm.
I go over to the workshop in the cargo bay. And I just kind of put that stuff in my pockets on the table there. Sit in that leaning chair. Just like my neck's like cocked in a super terrible position. I'll pass out almost immediately.
I try to make myself comfortable. I feel my gun there in my slack. I pull it out. I put it on the table in front of me. I say, Evelyn, I just made myself comfortable. Can you bring me a coffee, please? Make one for yourself too if you want.
I'm not touching that machine, she says as she heads to the head to wash off the makeup.
I
sweat
lie down
from the
deeper in the
dent.
couch. I guess and I just have to die here.
The door to the head snaps shut.
And I fall like I start slumbering, sitting in the couch.
And we'll call it there
Yeah.
as both lose consciousness.
What a mess. I used to say I have Brick go drunk. Go real drunk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Too many shots.
Can't just drink
Yeah.
shots all day.
No.
That's cool.
All right. So what do you think of New Amsterdam?
What did you think
like
of
it
this
downstairs,
one,
but
Max?
I got distracted too much by the fucking stream dying. That was annoying.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Stupid StreamYard.
Yep.
Or
I didn't know it
YouTube.
happened
I don't
until
know.
you guys said something. So
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
what
I
happened.
got a notification popping up, and then like it kind of distracted me.
Yeah, it's stupid technical difficulties. That sucks. I'm hoping that I'll be able to just download the video itself, but we'll see.
yeah.
Aside from the technical difficulties, any other comments?
Very
Any other
rudderless game.
comment?
Very much.
Yes. Like I like the part where like when we started like going downstairs and stuff like that. That was the most interesting part for me. Like interesting, like the. But I had fun too. Like I think it was fun as well. The first part, like the like just like going to the restaurant, just figuring out like just taking it easy, right? It felt like it felt real as well.
Yeah. So yeah, like you know me. Normally I want to push.
Yeah.
So
no, I appreciate that.
Purposely
Like
did not push because the feedback I received from you from the first session to the second session was just let us dick around. I don't be push here. And I'm like, okay.
And like you presented some stuff, right, with the ship going down and the kelp guy, right, that we could have interacted with more, but then we decided not to.
What's the kelp guy? What are you talking about?
The homeless guy
that was
trying to give you track
out pamphlets. You got his pamphlet in your
pocket.
pocket.
Oh yeah. I should have read that while I was drunk.
Oh yeah.
It'd probably make
but
more
it's
sense when you're drunk.
No, I appreciate it. I like the fact that you let us like dick around a bit. I think it's good, like especially in the campaign, right? Like and we just like, for me, that contribute to feeling a bit more real, right?
Yeah.
Where you're just not like rush, push, right? Like you just want to get some rest sometime and just like, no. What do you think, Phil?
Sometimes I think it would have been fine if Crispy was like, "You guys jump in, and there's a giant space battle." I would have been fine with that too.
Yep, I thought about doing that.
Oh yeah.
Like there's a war going on right now.
Well, that's also something I wanted
So
to.
I don't think either one of those is bad.
Mhm.
No, and that's something like I think that's also something like when I arrived and I said, oh, let me just check the packet.
Yeah.
That was like I was me like and look for if anything major happened, right? Get updated. That was my perch there. Say like, well, if something weird happened, it wasn't also like the station wasn't what I was I expected.
Mhm.
So took me a while like to acclimate myself. I don't know why. I was expecting something more Amsterdam-y, but
Mhm.
I think that would have been like too cliche, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It is kind of a cliche though. That's what makes it good.
yeah,
Like it's like a parody of itself.
Mhm.
yeah. But once I got the vibe that okay, this place has been like very gentrified, I guess that would be the
Mhm.
term.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And now it's probably like all the tourists there, and it's probably like a bit of an older clientele, right?
It's like if Amsterdam had an Applebee's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where we went.
It's more like I was trying to go for like this Disney downtown
Yeah.
Disney
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You know,
That's good.
that's what I
yeah.
was trying to go for. But
And that's like and I like
I liked it quite a bit actually.
and I like the interaction with this interaction with the dude there in the club. I think that was good.
The guy with
And
the
it wasn't
scar.
it
yeah,
wasn't too
that Scarface
pushy.
guy.
No, I feel like we have a choice, right? We can like and I like also how you introduce like the new Shanghai guy.
Yeah.
That say, oh, letter, no illegal, like and no, like well, that perks my interest, right?
All of a sudden, I wish I had polygot.
Yeah, the
Oh,
one.
yeah. Yeah,
But
you
That's
took that
right.
for a while. You replaced
I'd
it for
rather be a
hacker.
hacker. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's been way
I
more
like how you
useful
took
than-
his little thing. Like you were like, so what do you do about all these stupid ads? And he's like, oh, well, I've got this. And he's like, oh, okay, I'd like to buy that. And then you start taking it apart and looking into it.
Is that when we got taken off YouTube when we start talking about ad blocker?
Oh, probably. I don't know.
describing how to get an ad blocker.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure what happened.
Smart.
I violated some kind of terms of service. Who knows? But I don't think so. I think it's just
We got
technical
kicked out
difficulty.
when we walked by the. Do you have anything to declare the second time when I had my cowboy outfit on?
Oh yeah. Well, there's
That's
nothing
when we got
there.
kicked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nothing. All right. Well, cool. I'll end the stream here, which is
I feel like we might have gotten kicked out when I said makes you want to blow up a government building.
Oh yeah, that was.
No, I
that
think
was
we were
part
out
of it.
before that. I think we were
But
out
I think
before.
No,
well,
I'm
now
saying I
you've
feel like
said
that
it,
would
so
have.
now for sure
Yeah.
when I upload it, it'll be anyway. Hopefully, we'll be able to put this up. We'll see how it goes.
I know. Hope so.
But
And not
I'm
get
going to
banned.
end the stream, and hopefully that'll cut the video wherever it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.